In a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, there was a story that came by George Lucas. It was Star Wars: A New Hope. The year was 1977. Films had had lost their sci-fi. Flash Gordon was gone. The Close Encounters of the Third Kind was really not that big of a deal, and E.T. wasn't around yet. But this film was there. This is Star Wars: A New Hope. Mark Hamill, Han Solo, uh, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, Harrison Ford, Han Solo, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, all brought us a world that was full of fantasy, full of legend, as Robert Ebert called it from the Chicago Sun-Times, a legendary popular fiction. This was a story that I recommend. This is a movie I recommend. It is full of action and suspense. There is uh, no blood and gore that young kids can't watch. It's a story that, as a I was 7 years old, 8 years old when I watched it, and it just uh, took me and enthralled me and made me just want to watch it more and more. I remember in '78 when I watched it. After that, I just anticipated the next movie, The Empire Strikes Back, with glee. I remember standing in line to go to The Empire Strikes Back. But Star Wars: A New Hope brought a new genre really to films. That the black hole came later, and Star Trek was more popular again. So they started doing the Star Trek movies because of this movie. Um, Vincent Canby of the New York Times at the time said it's a fun and fancy film. Uh, Pauline Kael of the New Yorker called it a box of Cracker Jacks. Uh, John Simon of the New York Magazine said it had striking images. That was the big draw of the movie, was the fact that all this science fiction was just on the screen before you. You didn't have to imagine it; you could see it on the screen. And with John Williams uh, orchestrating the the music throughout it, it just brought you in and just uh, brought you into the movie and made you just want to see it more and more. Uh, I have the movie on. I have all the Star Wars movies on videos. I've watched them over and over again. A New Hope is one of my favorite ones. I love the scene where Alec Guinness, who played Obi-Wan Kenobi at the time, is talking to Luke Skywalker, and they're trying to fix R2D2, and they reach in there to into his circuitry to remove a scratch. Luke said there's some scarring here from a battle, and he said C3PO keeps going on about or R2D2 keeps going on about a message, and C3PO is like, he's been through a lot, and it's just circuitries, and then they get the message from Princess Leia, and Alec Guinness says, "Oh, I think we found the message." That's just an awesome part. And then when Luke is flying through the Death Star to destroy the Death Star, I just love the visual of all the X-wing fighters just going into the Death Star and just going to fight, to shoot down the Death Star, and that they had to hit a certain hole, a certain vent, and had to be 2 meters. And to this day, I still don't know how really big 2 meters is, but in feet and inches. But it was a small little hole, and I remember where they were talking about shooting it, and Luke Skywalker tells his one of his best friends that from back on his home planet at Tatooine, tells him, "Oh, I used to hit womp rats at 2 meters." So it makes you just visualize it, and then to see it, and then Alec Guinness, everyone's heard it, use the force, Luke, use the force. That was awesome. But this is just an awesome film. George Lucas, the director, was awesome with it. The writing was excellent. Um, it's just all the reviews, or most all the reviews that I've read on it, have been just loving it. The only negative review I've seen was one from Australia. A woman, uh, Pauline Kael, said that her favorite character was Chewbacca because he reminded her of an Australian Terrier. I think that was ridiculous. But I just recommend this movie. If you haven't ever seen this movie, where you've been, first of all, and second of all, if you have, you need to go back and see it and just watch it for all the drama and the everything that it's just an awesome movie. The reviews were great on it, and I give it a thumbs up. All right, and thank you, and have a good day. Bye.